Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Our pal here. It's like 5:30 on, what the hell is that, Friday, the 5th of June, maybe? I don't know. Life in quarantine, unemployment, who knows what day it is. Currently on my way home from Lowe's and the car wash, and I was at Lowe's about 2 hours ago, and obviously you have to make a second trip because you never get exactly what you need. I ended up getting one part to fix something that I didn't end up using, and then I needed an additional part that I didn't have, so I had to get that also. Shout out to Al for helping me fix it. It is currently exceptionally hot here. I think my car thermometer said it was 91 out before I started filming. And I just got a car wash. You know what? I got one yesterday, but wow, the person behind me, their car is nasty. Okay, can't relate. I did just get a car wash yesterday, I'll be honest. I went 2 days in a row. However, I had a couple friends over yesterday who utilized my driveway, so I ended up parking on the side in some dirt. So there was some dirt on the back, and I just cannot have that. I'm not having my glasses because I forgot them at home. I'm not wearing them, so that's different. I did get a haircut, hell yeah, because phase 2 in our area of New York opened on Wednesday, which allowed barbershops. So my barber texted me Tuesday night and asked if I would want to have an appointment Wednesday afternoon, and I snatched it right up. That was interesting. I had to wear a face mask the entire time, and my barber, who owns the shop, as well as the other stylists who were there, have to wear face masks, and they had the women there had it attached to their heads, kind of like a not a bandana, but kind of like that, where it's a full face shield, like you kind of see in the military or like in the police force, the clear big face shields, the plastic piece that covers your whole face, in addition to a regular surgical mask. And my barber had it attached to his hat. So that was interesting. So when he would cut around my ears for the haircut, he would take the mask string off that holds it to my face and tape it right here on my cheek so he could get around my ears. It was actually pretty cool. A friend of mine, Meredith, if you're listening, works for New York State Parks and was telling me about camping opening up soon in New York State, because I know that our governor Cuomo had kind of put a pause on camping, but I think June 22nd is the first day that you're able to go camping. Restaurants were given notice 2 days ago that if you have outdoor seating, you're allowed to start utilizing it as of yesterday. And I work at a restaurant that has some very small amount of outdoor seating. But I think they're working on increasing the amount of outdoor seating out there so that they can fit more people. But I think until they finish that project or whatever to allow more people to sit outside, they're going to hold off on bringing people back for the time being. Going to finish up some projects and keep it as takeout. The person in front of me has a very nice Honda Ridgeline pickup truck with a very cool Mickey Mouse decal on it. So when I got the text the other day showing that Governor Cuomo had opened restaurants for outside seating, I was looking forward to going back to work soon. But I understand that they want to finish up some projects around the area before they open it back up to the public. Makes sense. I'm sure I'll go back eventually, but hopefully soon. How's everyone doing? What have I been up to this week? Not a whole ton. Continued more rock tumbling. I'm in stage 2. Not sure if I talked about this in any of my previous vlogs, but I have a rock tumbler I got from Amazon, which is basically just this plastic container that I fill with whatever kind of rocks I want, and I add a certain coarseness level of grit to it, which is a powder, and fill it up a decent amount so that it's covering the rocks entirely with water, and then I just let it spin on this tumbler cycle that literally just spins the container for however amount of days you want. You can set it to be a certain number of days. I primarily do it for 7 days at a time, I think. It depends on which stage of the cycle I'm on, but right now it's in stage 2, and it has, I think, 4 days left of the 7-day cycle. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else is new. I put a garden in on, I think, Tuesday. I think Monday's the last day that I actually filmed a vlog. I uploaded it a day late, but I filmed it. It was talking about how I was on my way to Schultz's, which is a greenhouse in Schenectady County. I think it's Schenectady County. To get some vegetables and flowers for the garden boxes that I have in the ground outside my place. And when I was there, I got a couple sets of wave petunia flowers which spread. That's for the main front area as you drive in, so you can see the flowers when you park in the driveway. And then for vegetables, I got green beans, snap peas, cucumbers, yellow squash, zucchini squash, 2 different kinds of small pumpkins, and I think that's it. My aunt had given me a couple seed packets. She sent them in the mail. So I planted arugula seeds. And then I also planted zinnia and cosmos seeds, which she had given me. So I'm looking forward to see if those come up. They said seedlings should sprout within like a week or 2. So hoping that works out all right. It is just so hot here as of late. The last couple of days it's been very hot, so I've been making sure that I go out to my garden every day and water it in the morning because I don't want my plants dying. I was just on the phone with my aunt who lives outside of Boston in Massachusetts, and she said it was only like mid-70s there, and I'm like, well, according to my thermometer when we were on the phone it was 90, so but it's nice. It's nice having the sunny weather, and I'm really looking forward to camping. I had planned to do a lot more camping this year. I live now a lot closer to a lot of campgrounds and state parks, so I was really looking forward to that. I was also looking forward to utilizing SPAC, which is an outdoor concert arena not too far from me now, and a lot of good artists were coming this year. In fact, a couple of the concerts I had tickets to. One of my favorite artists, and one of Meredith, who I mentioned previously, one of her favorite artists is Lindsey Sterling, who's kind of like a electronic dubstep violinist type thing. She's really good, makes great music, and she was coming, I think it was the first weekend in July, just back, and ended up canceling, I don't know, 2 weeks ago now. Hopefully she reschedules sometime next year. Maybe if we even got lucky, she'd schedule it for this fall, but I don't foresee that happening, but I could be wrong. But I would just like to see her. I've seen her, I think 3 times now. I think I saw her twice at SPAC and once in Buffalo, or maybe it was just once at SPAC and once in Buffalo. Either way, I've seen her at least 2 times in concert, one outdoors and one indoors, and it was an excellent concert both times. I would just really like to see her again. I think I own all of her CDs. Meredith had burned a couple for me a couple years back, and then I bought her most recent one when it came out last year, Artemis. Great CD if you need to listen, or if you are interested in that kind of music. But yeah, it was just that areas around us are now switching to recommended face coverings. Oops, I'm so sorry, you're going to see black for a second. Welcome back. They're switching to recommended face coverings. It was required for quite some time, at least in the areas near me, and now they're switching to recommended, which doesn't really make sense. I don't know why we're switching off of required, but the majority of people seem to still be wearing them, so I mean, I guess that's good. But yeah, is everyone enjoying the first week of June? I mean, I'm glad things are starting to open up around us. Even though I know I work in a restaurant, I miss going to restaurants. I am a very social, extroverted, outgoing type person, and I always loved going to restaurants with friends of mine or my mom or family or whatever. And that's been on halt for quite a few months now, so I'm going to functioning as a young adult again. Rioting is still going on. There have been a couple peaceful protests near us. I don't know if I mentioned this the other day or not. I think I did. But, I mean, they're successful and they're peaceful and not destroying, innocent people's homes and stuff like that. So, I mean, hopefully change will come out of all of this and the country will realize that there are a lot of racial biases and discrimination and issues that we need to actually work on and not just sweep under the rug like we have in years past. But who knows what will come out of it. Who knows? And now someone pulled out in front of me who is going probably about a third of the speed limit. That's nice. But going back to my garden, I'm really excited for the pumpkins because they take a ton of room, and the apartment I had previously, there was no garden plot or anywhere where you could plant anything, so I was not able to grow any vegetables or flowers or anything. And when I lived at my mom's, she had a nice garden area in the backyard, but pumpkins and squash and stuff like that take up so much room that if I had wanted to do pumpkins back then, that's the only thing I could have done. I can't do anything else in addition to that. So I decided, let's hold off on that dream until I have more space. And now I have big garden boxes. One's got to be at least 20-25 feet long, at least. Then I have another one that's probably about 12 feet long. And then the flower one out front is probably about 15 feet wide, maybe 15 feet long. And then they're all about 5 to 6 feet in depth. So I was able to space 2 pumpkins out, and spaghetti squashes take a lot of room too. I was able to space those out pretty well. And everywhere has been out of potting soil. We looked at the place that I went to get all these vegetables. I looked at Walmart, looked at Lowe's. Everywhere is out, at least from what I could find, because everyone's gardening, especially not only because it's spring, summertime, but also because of Corona. People have nothing else to do. But my mom brought over some nice plant food she had got from Amazon, so hopefully that works out well. I think coming today, I've received advertisements for this for weeks upon weeks, if not months now, for something called a big blanket. It's a blanket that's 10 feet long and 10 feet wide. It's just a massive square, far larger than any king-size blanket. So I'm trying to do math. So 12 inches by 10 is 120. So it's 120 inches by 120 inches. And I'm pretty sure a king size is like 96 by 104, maybe 106, something like that. So it's more than a foot longer and more than 2 feet wider than any like king size bedspread you could find. And I'd received ads for so long about, Mother's Day, save $30 and buy this blanket, or Happy Memorial Day, save $30, buy this blanket. It was pretty expensive. I think I ended up spending close to $100, but I'm a blanket fanatic, and especially being as tall as I am, it's hard for me to find, unless I use full-on bedspreads or like king-size material that's supposed to be for a bed and not just a blanket. It's hard for me to find material that, not fits me, but is long enough. That's usually the issue. Because so many places sell throw blankets, which are like 50 by 60, and I'm like, okay, so that's going to cover my left leg. Got it. So hopefully this will be really nice. I'm actually really looking forward to it. But if I get it and it's not what I thought, it's hard to tell, because when you are out buying blankets, like in Walmart or Target or, I don't know, Bed Bath & Beyond or whatever, you can feel them so you know what they feel like before you get them. I also like being cool, so I don't usually like thick, like wool blankets. I'm not into that. I like kind of like a cooler, cotton or a polyester material. Just kind of like to feel the covering. I don't really need the warmth necessarily. But hopefully this will be a nice one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm now pulling back into my place. Gonna leave some room because my friend Anthony is coming over tonight. Looking forward to that. Oh, nice. My neighbors put a nice railing on their steps. Good for them. It looks nice. Look at all these people doing nice things. I got a garden going. These people got a railing up. We're all improving our properties. We killing it. All right, folks. I'm rolling. Thanks all for coming to this vlog. I hope you enjoyed me rambling on about nonsense for 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever minutes. And I'm sure I'll be checking in a couple days. Everyone enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the sun, enjoy the heat, enjoy the rain if it's going to rain wherever you are. And we'll catch up soon.